Okay, this is part 2 of the tribute to
Kentaro Miura,
who is of course, created Berserk, and I'll watch the part 1 to get more information rather than go back. And we got somebody else in here, Alec. You doing there?
I'm doing good.
And if you're in Toledo here, go to Jan's. Really good chili dogs. Give a quick plug for where you guys located at.
We're located on Central Avenue, across from the Brown and Ford dealership, right near the Walmart. Look for the big yellow letters. Can't miss us.
Okay.
Yep.
What other stuff do you have there?
Well, we got sundaes, we got shakes, malts, floats, we got chili mac, we got chili dogs, hot dogs. You name it, we probably got it.
And you guys are open what time of the season?
We open from, we opened in January, February, March 6th this year, and we go until about mid-October.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, good.
Spring, summer, and fall, we got you covered.
Okay. And you're a big fan of Berserk also. What drew you into and how did you discover it?
Well, you see, about the time I was midway through college, and I had pretty much outgrown, a lot of the shonen series that I was reading and watching at the time, and I was looking for something more mature, and people started passing around titles like Berserk, and at first I was like, maybe not. I kind of want to break from it for now, but then just this year, someone actually showed me the artwork and the story, and it's like, oh wow, this is something that I really wish I would have gotten into sooner. And after reading the first volume,
And that was it?
Yeah, after I bought from you, I've been a fan since.
Well, we'll be getting some of the other volumes back in stock. I mean, as I was telling the guy at the register, just looking at this, I mean, I was aware of it and everything, but never really saw the artwork as much as I saw, and it's like, now I've got certainly just this little time here looking at it, just a greater appreciation. I mean, for myself, just, even if I might not enjoy the story, just looking at the artwork, it's like, God, I'm in. You got
me. Put so much effort into the artwork.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, just this here right here is just like, man, look at that. It's been quite a while since I've picked up pen to paper, and this has kind of almost inspired me. It's like, man, I almost kind of want to get my sketchbook out and start drawing demons again.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if someone took the bodily horror from Junji Ito's work and turned it into an action series. And that's what I really, really like. Where, Junji Ito, it's all this bodily and cosmological horror. In Berserk, you got all that. And with a dude with the giant sword, what more do you need?
Exactly.
Look at that sword. He's proud to wave that thing around.
And it's, rightly named Dragon Slayer. I mean, who doesn't want a weapon called Dragon Slayer?
Oh, cool. And this page here, what's this?
So, this is the very start of the Lost Children arc, which is probably one of my absolute favorites. This takes place very shortly after the Golden Age ended. This is when it started going monthly, that schedule. It got a bit messy later on, but this is about when Berserk was monthly. And just,
wow,
I love this arc. It's wonderfully written. It is amazingly illustrated. Like, how many people can do, this level of work? It's truly beautiful.
I mean, again, the line work and everything is just, God, just truly amazing.
So, I believe...
Here, turn that back there. So, get to these little goblins at the bottom there. Okay.
So, I believe a little bit later. So, this is, I don't know exact name, but she is kind of one of the main characters of this arc.
Okay.
Because she's having some issues with family, and she feels very relaxed in the forest. Well, her friend is actually part of the forest.
Okay, look at that. A fairy tale for children. Look at that. This almost reminds me a little bit of Devilman, a little bit, the way the headdress is.
Yes, it is very, very similar. But yeah, just this whole arc.
And flip it back. I see that he's got a mechanical bionic arm now.
So a little bit, fairly close to when he gets the Dragon Slayer. He gets a mechanical arm that can also turn into a cannonball.
Okay,
He's
sure.
got a crossbow too.
Yep, he's got a crossbow as well. This man's armored up, as you can see.
Damn.
But
Anything for vengeance.
yeah, just this depiction of this old decrepit town. Just, you can just feel like this is a place where things have gone horribly wrong, and you know, you truly don't know what's going to happen. Her name's Jill, by the way.
Jill?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So,
See? Wow.
So yeah, this is kind of the problem that she has. Her father beats her relentlessly. And Guts did stick up for her, and you know, he gets the town going against him for doing such a thing.
Seems like that's a bad idea on the town.
Yep.
You know, you see somebody has a sword called Demon Slayer, and it doesn't seem like you want to have any part of that.
No. See, even there, you can see they're like, oh no.
Let's see here. Okay. Got him pissed off. Kick his ass! And it's like, yeah. It's like,
Maybe I'll calm down.
Here's a sword. You know, maybe this might shut you guys up now.
Like, as soon as you pull this thing out, like, I believe that's when everything ends.
Well, I think that's when you get shrinkage.
Oh, but here's actually, relating to earlier, the brand.
Okay.
So, the brand is imprinted on his neck, and anytime that a demon comes nearby, you can see it starts to well blood and drip.
Wow.
Lets him know, like, there's a demon nearby.
So you can't normally see the brand on his neck?
You can, but it's very faded.
Okay.
It's not the most obvious.
Basically, it means he's meant to be a human sacrifice.
Yes.
And demons are attracted to it like moth to a flame. So anything and anything unholy is going to come after Guts.
So let's see. Here we go. It's a very nice, just stoic image.
He looks even a bit older in this picture here
I would say
than he was in the previous.
He does look a bit older, but at this time, he's still actually the same age as he was previously. But yeah, he does look older. I don't know if it's just the eye patch or just how he's drawn, but he looks a bit older.
Okay.
But there's Puck, one of the other important characters in all of this.
Okay. No genitalia on that.
Now, he's a fairy. Apparently, they don't have genitalia, or at least that's what we're going with. But, yeah. I want to skip forward a little bit to try and get to... Oh, well, here we go. This is a good fight here. So...
Ooh.
You can see, like, oh, he's got an arrow in his eye. Well...
This is a demon.
Yes. We'll get to his transformation here soon.
Wow.
Guts just slinging the massive Demon Slayer. Well, Dragon Slayer, my bad. There we go. These are the kind of things that hunt him down relentlessly as a sacrifice. This is what he has to deal with constantly.
He looks like he's okay with it.
But here's where we truly get to the part of the story I like. This is when Guts actually goes into the forest. This is the... I don't really know what she is. Moth Queen? Elf Queen? I think it's Elf Queen? Wow. But just... outstanding. You can see just the full weight and the motion of that. Just... You can feel it move on the page.
Flows quite well. Okay.
So,
Wow.
skip
This
forward
thing
to
here.
more of the demons that he fights.
Well, at least it's not some huge demon.
Nope. But there's a lot of them. There's more than what it's showing at the moment.
And again, just the line we're going from sort of the very subtle, blacks to just very dark, just to, convey just what's going on there. Wow. Man.
There we go.
Look at that. You take that, you cockroach. We got the Japanese taking on some Japanese beetles there.
Yes.
Of course, wouldn't they just be called beetles?
I suppose.
It's like-
Here we go.
It's like toast and
This
rants.
is getting to my favorite part. Guts is already weakened by this fight.
Okay.
He
And
still has more
look at
coming.
him. He should get rid of that Dragon Slayer. Get a big can of raid. Kills bugs dead. Look at that. You can just feel that.
Not as fun though.
Look at those.
So, we're almost to the end of this. Be wrapping it up. Here's actually, here's one of the more light-hearted panels. I mean, Puck's holding an eye, but this is one of the more light-hearted panels. Miura definitely does, some lightheartedness, break up some of the darkness, and that honestly just makes some of the more dark and gruesome stuff that much more dark and gruesome by comparison.
Now you have to wonder, maybe after doing all that there, he just needed to break himself. It's like, okay, I can't keep drawing this type of stuff. I need to, like you said, lighten it up.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Hellsing manga. Goes from, really dark, gritty, bloody, then
Alright, well,
you can
I
find
will
a way to
stop
fit in a
here
few laughs.
as not to spoil much of the story.
Spoiler.
But, obviously, again, there's more artwork that I'd like to show off, but they're not in the deluxe editions yet, so I do not have them, but,
Well, and you showed me a scene in one of them. It's like, what, I can't show that because
yeah, there's a lot you can't show for this.
some sort of anal rampage.
Yeah, but to wrap this up, then.
See, Herman liked it. He was an app. Even Grandpa. And see, Lily, she wants more.
But to wrap this up, then, Kentaro Miura, legendary writer, artist. His talent is unmatched. Being able to do this quality level of work consistently, and even better, like I said, his art gets even better further along, which I truly don't know how he does it, but no, there's never going to quite be anyone like him again.
You said that 35 is probably the recent. Do you know
Yes.
if he was working on 36 or 35 was what he had finished?
This is all the info that we have at the moment. Miura was training a bunch of people to help him work on getting the series out on a more regular basis. It was maybe roughly 75% of the way there. Now, I will say this is just kind of hearsay, anecdotal stuff. There's not concrete proof like it was this far along, but this is what a number of people have said. And the ending is known. Miura knew from the beginning what he wanted the ending to be, so there are people who do for sure know how Miura wanted Berserk to end. Now, how we get from where it is left off to the end, it's where it gets a bit dicey. There might be notes for it, there might not be, but his publisher came out recently and did say, I can't say for sure what's going to happen with Berserk. It's going to take some time to figure out what we're going to do, what Miura would have wanted us to do, and just any of that. So there's hope Berserk will see an ending at some point, But again, it's not 100% sure. But I have to imagine there's probably at least one other chapter that he has mostly finished. But now, we'll see when we see, but no matter what, even if Berserk never gets an ending, I genuinely recommend, if any of this interested you, read Berserk. It is a story like no other. 33 years of one person's passion went into this. It's hard to knock.
Now, what other versions? Was there So there was there a film? Was there animated?
There's been plenty of different things.
Action figures. I mean, what other stuff?
Very recently, I actually got a figure from 3-0 that is Guts in his Berserker armor.
Okay.
The thing is beautiful. There's plenty of statues. They are unreasonably expensive, but they look outstanding. It is like the art has come straight off the page. There's been 2 anime series. The original 90s one, which covers basically most of the Golden Age arc. I actually really suggest, if you don't want to read Berserk even, I actually really suggest checking that out. That is a really good translation of his work. There's a continuation of it later. I can't recommend that as much, but that's mainly the thing. Berserk is one of those things, it's almost unadaptable. The original anime does a good job. Is it perfect? No, but it does a good job, but...
So no, like, live-action film was ever...
There's not a
never.
live-action film, but it just... Legitimately, it would never work. And that's what a lot of the adaptions struggle with. It's hard to adapt this level of quality into something that moves. Like, it would take so long to do.
I was gonna say, there is one option for adaptation, and if Powerhouse Animation, if by chance you catch this video, you talked about doing an adaptation of Devil May Cry or Berserk a few years back. Do yourself a favor, try and figure something out for Berserk now while you can. You're hot off the heels of ending Castlevania, you might as well jump onto the next best thing.
I'm gonna say, if anyone, they are probably the one choice that I have for someone who could do an actual good adaptation of it. And we'll see if they do, because like I said, they have expressed interest in it before.
Now, do you know of any current artists, whether they be Japanese or American or European or wherever, that certainly influenced by that list him as an influence?
So here's the thing,
or something that's kind of like loosely based upon that they enjoyed that so much that it's like, I'm going to do kind of my own version.
I could spend literally hours talking about the number of series and artists, writers, just number of people who were influenced by Berserk.
Well, anyone that just stands out. That's like,
one
wow.
of my favorites that's influenced by Berserk is Chainsaw Man. There's like a couple of, hey, we like Berserk as well, references in it. You can tell that the visceral art was definitely influenced by Miura a bit. It's, as much as I like it, it's not quite Miura level, but it is really good, and you can definitely tell Miura's influence in it. Like I've said, the Final Fantasy series has had a lot of influence from Berserk as well. One of my favorite game franchises of all time, Dark Souls. If you want a Berserk game, there's nothing better than Dark Souls. It is just Berserk, the game. It is outstanding.
So speaking, did they ever do a video game based on?
Yes.
And how?
It is Guts' Rage, but they've also done like a Muso game, where it's just like you cut down endless amounts of enemies. That one I think is much better. The one that came out in 2004, Guts Rage, it's okay. The main villain has an unfortunate name in both Japanese and English. In Japanese, his name is Boruzak. In English, his name is Balsak.
Well, that's a member of Guar.
Just, Miura, I know that was you. I want you to answer somehow. Why did you call him that? We may never get an answer, but I still want to know.
Because you're talking about it right now.
It could be.
It lives on.
But yeah.
So you've played the game. You've got.
I've played the Muso game. I've watched someone play the other one. It seems fine. Not the best, but fine. But the one where you can just go around and slaughter endless amounts of enemies. Oh yeah, no, that is a lot of fun.
And what about you? You played that game at all?
I haven't played it. I have not played it.
And what about you, Alec?
No, I haven't had a chance to play it. Like I said, I got into Berserk way too late.
Well, you can never get in too late, right?
True, but
as long as you get into it, that's the important thing.
Right.
It's like use Batman or Amazing Spider-Man. It's like I got into it way too late. Well, you didn't need to get into the Batman during the 40s to enjoy it now, or Spider-Man in the 60s to enjoy it now. That's why you can go back. They got these great collections here. You can go back and enjoy it now.
Yep.
It's not like the stuff is never. Oh, you didn't get into it back then. Too bad. It doesn't exist. You can't. There's no way for you to ever read it. You should have bought it back then.
Well, on that note, like, I really think that Berserk is never going anywhere. It is going to remain around forever. It is...
Well, that's a legacy,
so,
you know, that he
like,
may be gone, but he lives forever.
Yes, Miura is gone, but Berserk is his legacy. No one is ever going to disassociate the two. No one's going to ever be like, oh, Berserk was really good, I don't remember who created it. No. Berserk and Miura, absolutely one and the same. You cannot distance the two from each other. And, you know, I think that's pretty close to all I have to say about it, honestly. You know, the one thing I want to say is I have to thank my friend Lee. She's the one who got me to read Berserk in the first place. She was talking about it a lot. Like, you know, it's a really dark series, but I think you would really like it. It seems way up your alley. I'm like, alright, I'll give it a read. I read it, immediately I'm like, this is amazing.
Something that just resonated, you just got hooked on.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to say anything about it real quick, Alec?
No, I think Matt here said everything that needed to be said. I mean, Miura's going to live on through his work. I mean, he left behind an amazing legacy, you know, 35 years worth of writing and drawing, and, you know, no one can take that away from him.
Yep.
And I know you know Japanese. Did you want to say something in Japanese as far as...
So, my Japanese isn't amazing, but either way, I really do want to say Kentaro Miura, rest in peace. I know I said it before, but you've earned a good rest after all the amazing work you've done.
But no Japanese saying or anything for hopefully there's some fans in Japan might be watching this.
Like I said,
something
my
that they can
Japanese
appreciate.
is not good enough.
I'm sure
to
they'll
really
be forgiving because they know it comes from the heart, from love.
I truly can't. My Japanese is not good enough.
Okay, I won't pressure you. Chris, you pressure him. That way I'm not the bad guy.
Kai-san.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've and learned as much as I have by watching it. If you do like this video, this is part 2 and also part 1. Please be sure to share. Be sure to comment. You know, what did you think? Do you have any comments? What did he mean to you? What does Berserk mean to you? What you know, if there's any comics groups or whatever, please share these videos. And other than that, thanks for watching. I know I certainly appreciate it, and I'd like to you know, certainly thank Alex for showing up. Didn't expect you to give your tent, and you know, thanks for you know, agreeing to this, Matt. When I had had somebody in last week, it kind of occurred to me. It's like, man, you know, it's, you know, maybe I know somebody that might be interested in, you know, talking about it and everything. I know that,
yeah,
you know, that your passion,
been my pleasure,
your passion for it and everything,
get a chance to talk about a series that means a lot to me.
And
so.
I certainly hope again that people do enjoy this video, and certainly, you know, rest in peace. And I'm certainly going to be ordering more of the hardcovers in here. They're $50 each, and it's something that. You know, hopefully this will spur some sales from Dark Horse. And if you know, if you're interested in this and you don't live in the Toledo area, you know, certainly go to your local comic shop and, you know, ask him to order it. If he tells you can't, he's lying. You can order this. You know, it's something in town here. I've ordered a product for people in town that have gone to other stores. It's like, well, they say they can't get that. It's like, I can get that for you. It's them being lazy and not wanting to do it, but. Certainly give it a try, you know that, you know, and if you you know, if you are ordering from from another shop, you know, tell that shop you should, give JC's and give Matt and Alec, you know, give us some thanks for giving him some business. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll wait for the next volume to come out. Thanks again.